Are you having doubts about Stadia's new pro revenue split with the devs? Is it even lucrative for them? You may be thinking, well, according to what we've seen from one dev in particular, maybe you shouldn't be doubting it at all. Join us for Wow, see Stadia developers' powerful data on pros' earning potential. It's SDO Daily, baby. Let's get into this one. What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? It is your boy MM2K of PNTS Network and StadiaDosage, back again with another SDO Daily. Can you do us a huge favor, please, before we get into this one? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and rock those bells for notifications, please, so you know when we're dropping these doses. We appreciate all of y'all. Straight up, you know the deal, you know the reason, and by now y'all should know the slogan. We are not too proud to ask. Okay, let's get into this one. All right, so the history of the new Pro model isn't that far off. Stadia in 2021, when they had their keynote last year, not the one this year, but the one that they had last year when they first introduced this new initiative, they talked about how they were going to take 70% of the Stadia Pro revenue and split it with developers based upon time played, or sessions rather, and they would use that to compensate developers for putting their games in Stadia Pro, right? So since that was revealed, a lot of people had their doubts. Then Stadia, on one of their blogs, they posted something from Acupur Games, and I can't remember the other developer, where they were saying that the new model was good or whatever, and people were thinking, whatever. Of course they're going to say that. They're just being nice. Stadia gave them an extra few bucks in order to do it, whatever the case may be, right? Well, it seems that that wasn't the case, that Stadia just didn't leave an extra $20 on the dresser. You know what I mean? It seems like that this thing could be very lucrative for developers who want to partake in it. I want to show you how, and you know how we like to show stuff off here. Let me show you something. Okay, this is an article from our StadiaDosage website, and it's entitled "Stadia Can Account for 25% or Better in Indie Dev Revenue." All right, and this is from our good friend Jack the Slip, and this is an account from 100 Days Wine Simulator, developer Yves Holler, who tweeted this. He said, some data update, and Yves has been fantastic at doing this regularly. Really, he has been instrumental in breaking some of the ice that we've seen with devs in the Stadia community earlier on. He's showing his fellow devs that, hey, you can talk to the Stadia community and they'll appreciate you for all your transparency. So he put this tweet out here in one of his many periodic tweets that he sends to the community. He says, some data update. On the left, we have distribution of all of the copies sold of 100 Days Winemaking Simulator, not including the free copies of subscription model. On the right, instead, we have the net income percentage, counting also subscriptions. So let's take a look at this. Let's go to the actual tweet. And if you look at the actual tweet, here is the actual chart right here, where it shows you the copy distributions, the a la carte sales pretty much. And Stadia is in a good space. It's at 1.9%, and it's more than GOG, and it's almost half as much as the Epic Game Store, which is impressive. But those are just the a la carte sales. But when you look at the income distribution, this is where things get very interesting. As far as overall income, Stadia rises to 2.9%. Again, not bad, and then more than half this time around, opposed to the Epic Game Store. But when you look at the income distribution from Stadia Pro, that's the second largest portion for this game, next only second to Steam. That is saying a lot when you look at all of these platforms that the game is on. Switch, Again, GOG and Epic Games Store. Wow. Amazing stuff. So if we go back to the article, it continues to show another tweet where somebody asks Eves, well, I may be misunderstanding, but does that second chart there strongly suggest that Stadia is a viable option, right? And this is what Eves has to say, which is very powerful. He says, I personally suggest to every indie dev that has a game with joystick controller to bring their game to Stadia because they're missing out on a potential 20 to 25%. Wow. This is serious stuff and big to see, again, from a developer who's basing this and showing you in numbers, showing you in your face how lucrative Stadia Pro has been to them. Again, second in revenue, second only to Steam. That's some serious stuff, y'all. So with that said, what do I think about all this? I think that this goes a long way to show that even though it may not be happening at the pace that we'd like it to happen, that Stadia's pivot, the pivot that they've really exercised beginning in 2021, starting with the closure of SG&E, just despite how disappointing that was, and the refocus of crispening the tools that are used to port games over, because even though the Stadia tech is fantastic, right now in these early years, it's about the games that you can port over to the platforms, right, for cloud gaming right now. So they're sharpening those tools, right? And then despite the speed that we're seeing games coming because of those tools, because those tools have to be developed, tested, and rolled out, we are seeing that this new focus that they have, the new business models, they are starting to have effect. Things don't happen overnight. You're talking about taking a process that literally, idealistically, should have been part of the rollout process that was groomed 3 years before rollout. You're talking about this all now happening in the course of a year. Now we are starting to see the fruits of this labor. Again, developers making significantly more money and seeing the platform being more lucrative than it was at launch, right? And we're also seeing the low change porting tools actually bringing us games like World War Z, Five Nights at Freddy's is coming soon. Soon, I would hope, but it was revealed not too long ago that game is coming. Also, MotoGP 21 and so forth. And this is just in the test phase. They haven't even rolled these tool sets out to everybody. So with that said, this is just very powerful stuff to show that as disappointing as the pivot happening now, right after launch, may be, there are fruits to that labor. And there's fruits to that labor that are showing right now. And they're showing in very positive ways. And this is why I tend to focus more on being optimistic about the platform's future, despite the good and the bad. You know, we can talk about the good and the bad, but that's why I choose to still be optimistic about the platform, because despite the bad, it's been acknowledged, it's being worked on, and again, you're definitely seeing positives because of it. So the future looks bright for the platform. And then another thing too is I've been honored to talk to the devs. You know what I mean? So as you guys are fighting and setting garbage cans and couches on fire in the street, I just go and talk to the devs. And the devs are telling me that there's a lot to look forward to when it comes to this platform. And that's it from your boy. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below, because like I always say, who cares what I think? And if you did like what I had to say, check out the links below to follow me. Those links will lead you to the Broadband Bullies, PNTS Network, Hard Knock Digital Culture, and yes, here the Stadia Dosage. And also, as a reminder, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, rock those bells for notifications, please. And if you did enjoy the content, consider helping the platform. I'm M2K, and until next time, have a wonderful gaming day. Peace.